Hello, my dear students. My name is Abhishek Kumar and I done my MSc from Delhi University. In the today's lecture, we are going to discuss about a very important and very interesting phenomena in modern physics is photoelectric effect. So let's start. Before the discovery of modern physics or quantum mechanics, the physics is divided into mainly in two parts, which we will discuss later. In quantum mechanics, we are considering that energy is quantized. The energy of light is quantized and it is given like E equal to nh nu, where h is a Planck constant and nu is the frequency of light, where h nu is the energy of single photon. Okay, so basically in quantum mechanics we are considering that the light is made by collection of photons. Photon is a tiny particle called quanta of light, and one photon carry energy h nu, where h is Planck constant and nu is the frequency of light. So the total energy of light E is equal to n times h nu, where n is the number of photons present in the light beam. So the total energy of light beam is the number of photons present in light beam multiply energy carried by one photon, E equal to nh nu. Okay. Before quantum mechanics, the physics was classified mainly in two parts. The first is Newtonian mechanics, or called classical theory. In classical theory, we study about macroscopic particles, motion of macroscopic particles. Macroscopic means large particles. Basically, in Newtonian mechanics, we are studying about motion of macroscopic particles. And second is classical electromagnetic theory. In classical electromagnetic theory, we studying about radiation or electromagnetic waves. Okay, before the discovery of quantum mechanics, these are the two main branches of physics. Okay, so basically I am in the later slides I will try to explain why we need a new theory called quantum mechanics. Okay, so in this slide I will discuss about what the problems we faced in the existing theories, like in classical theory or in radiation theory or in Newtonian theory. So the first problem is relativistic domain. Okay, in the relativistic domain means when the speed of particle is comparable with speed of light, then the Newtonian mechanics gets failed and we need a new theory, and this theory is called relativistic mechanics. The relativistic mechanics is required for the motion of particles, okay, for which the speed of particle is comparable with speed of light. Okay, basically for microscopic particles, microscopic means very tiny particles, the speed is large, it may be comparable with speed of light. So in this case we need new theory to explain the motion of particles, and this theory is called relativistic mechanics. The second problem was microscopic domain. Okay, there are few phenomena which based on microscopic domain I written here. The first one is black body radiation, the second one is photoelectric effect, third one is Compton effect, fourth one is atomic stability, and fifth one is atomic spectroscopy. These five phenomena cannot explain by using classical theories. Okay, so these phenomena falls under the quantum mechanics. Okay, because in black body radiation light is involved, and as like we discussed that light is made by photons. Okay, and photon is a tiny particle. Okay, so we cannot do the study of photon in classical theory. So we are uh, uh, studying photons motion or light's properties in quantum theories. Black body radiation, photoelectric effect, Compton effect, atomic stability, and atomic spectroscopy. All these phenomena can easily explain by using quantum mechanics. Okay, while these phenomena cannot explain by using Newtonian mechanics. Okay. Okay, so we are going to start a very important and very interesting phenomena called photoelectric effect. So here you can see it is written as the photoelectric word is made by two words, photo plus electric. The photo means light, light means basically photon, and plus electric, electric means electric charge. So basically we can say that the photoelectric effect is an effect which is related with light and electric charge. Okay, okay, so in photoelectric effect something is related with light and electric charge, which we will discuss. Okay, so according in the photoelectric effect, when a light of suitable wavelength, sufficiently high frequency is incident on a metal surface, then electron gets ejected from the metal surface. This phenomena is known as photoelectric effect, and the emitted electrons are known as photoelectrons. As you can see in the figure, here this is a metal surface and the light is incident on the metal surface and electrons gets ejected from the metal. These ejected electrons are called photoelectrons, and this incident light must have sufficient high frequency. We will discuss this concept of sufficiently high frequency in the later slides. So basically in photoelectric effect, when a light of suitable wavelength is incident on a metal surface, then electrons gets ejected from the metal. Okay, and these ejected electrons are called photoelectrons because they are ejected due to the photons. So these are called photoelectrons. Okay, so if the circuit is closed, then a current starts flowing in the circuit, and this current is known as photoelectric current, because whenever electron is flowing, then a current is flowing in the opposite direction. So here in the figure you can see that this is a anode. Okay, and this anode is a metal plate, and this is a cathode. Basically this cathode terminal is the connected with the negative terminal of battery. Okay, and this anode is connected with the positive terminal of the battery. Okay, okay, so when the light is incident, on the anode plate, the anode plate is made by metal, and the electrons gets ejected from the metal and they are flowing toward cathode. Okay, they are starts flowing toward cathode, and a current will start flowing in the circuit. This current is called photoelectric current because it is flowing due to photons. So this is called photoelectric current. Okay, I written here that I in suffix PE means photoelectric effect. Current, photoelectric current is equal to charge divided by time, and charge is equal to number of photoelectrons flowing multiply by electric charge E. So basically the photoelectric current I is equal to number of photoelectrons into electric charge divided by T. So basically a photoelectric current is the charge flowing per unit time in the circuit. Okay, and I written here that electronic charge E is equal to 1.6 multiplied 10 raised to the power minus 19 Coulomb. You all already know that. Okay, so basically in photoelectric effect, light is incident on metal surface and electrons gets ejected from metal, and if circuit is complete, then a current starts flowing, and this current is called photoelectric current. So here I written some experimental observations which we can obtain in your lab. So in the first part, there is a minimum frequency nu zero known as threshold frequency, below which there is no emission of photoelectrons. Okay, this threshold frequency depends on the nature of matter surface. Okay, basically in photoelectric effect, when a light of sufficient high frequency, okay, not less than threshold frequency, is incident on metal surface, then electrons gets ejected. If the incident light frequency is less than threshold frequency, then electron cannot ejected. Okay, so the condition for photoelectric current is to fall light have frequency greater than threshold frequency. Okay, and this threshold frequency depends on the material to material. Okay, above the threshold frequency, the kinetic energy and velocity of emitted photoelectrons depends on the frequency of incident light. It doesn't depend on its intensity. Okay, basically we are saying that above threshold frequency, the kinetic energy of emitted photoelectrons does not depend on the intensity of incident light. It only depends on the frequency of incident light, which is explained by Einstein hypothesis we are discussed in the later slides. In the third case, the emission process of photoelectrons is instantaneous in nature. Okay, there is no significant time gap between arrival of photon and ejection of photoelectrons. This process is instantaneous in nature. Okay, and in the fourth, at the fixed frequency of incident light beam, the number of emitted photoelectrons will be directly proportional to the incident light intensity. Okay, if the frequency of incident light is fixed, then number of emitted photoelectrons will be directly proportional to the incident light intensity. Okay, because one photon is interacted with one electron. So when frequency is fixed, then if more intensity is fall on metal surface, then we can say more photons are falls on metal surface, so more photons will interact with more electrons and more electrons will get ejected. So we can say that the ejection of photoelectrons is directly proportional to the incident light intensity. Okay, so these things are explained by quantum mechanics. So in the bottom I write down drawbacks of classical electromagnetic theory. Basically we know that light is a electromagnetic wave. So here there are three points by which we can show that this phenomena of photoelectric effect cannot explain by electromagnetic theory, because in electromagnetic theory there are no concept for threshold frequency, but for photoelectric effect there is a concept of threshold frequency. Okay, in the second, according to electromagnetic theory, this process cannot be instantaneous in nature, while by using experimental observations we know that this process is instantaneous in nature. So this photoelectric effect cannot explain by electromagnetic theory. And the third case, the kinetic energy and velocity of emitted photoelectrons will depend on the intensity of light according to electromagnetic theory. But in photoelectric effect, in experimental observations, we know that the kinetic energy and velocity of emitted photoelectrons does not depend on intensity of light, while according to electromagnetic theory it should depend. So electromagnetic theory is not the right theory to explain the photoelectric effect. That's why we need a new theory, and this theory is called quantum mechanics. Okay, so Einstein hypothesis for photoelectric effect. Einstein in 1905 got Nobel Prize for photoelectric effect. Okay, they gave few hypotheses for photoelectric effect. So according to Einstein, the energy of light is not distributed over the entire wavefront. Okay, it is concentrated in small packets known as photons. Basically they are saying that the light is made by tiny particles called photons. Okay, and when a light is incident on a metal surface, then energy of a single photon is completely absorbed by single electron. Okay, in the second, the emission and absorption of radiation takes place in discrete quanta of energy, that is h nu. Basically according to second point, they saying that in the photoelectric effect, the absorption of radiation and ejection of photoelectrons, okay, is due to the energy sharing between a photon and electron. One photon carry h nu energy, is interact with electron, and electron gets ejected from metal surface. In the third point, and very important point, a minimum energy W0, known as work function of matter, is required for an electron to get out of the metal. Basically we can say that the W0 is the minimum energy required to get out an electron from the metal, and this is known as work function of metal. So Einstein equation for photoelectric effect is given as the h nu is equal to kinetic energy plus W. Basically h nu is the energy of incident light is divided into two parts: work function of metal plus kinetic energy of electron. Basically, when a h nu energy is incident on metal plate, then W energy is expended to release electron from metal, and the remaining energy is converted as kinetic energy of ejected photoelectron. Okay, so basically the kinetic energy is written as h nu minus h nu 0, where h nu 0 basically work function of metal, where nu 0 is the threshold frequency of metal. So this is known as Einstein equation for photoelectric effect, and Einstein got Nobel for this equation. Thank you so much for watching.